Hello friends, we will be covering the following. Concept to magnetic field, force applied by magnetic field, force in term of current by magnetic field, right and left thumb rule, difference between magnetic effect force and electric field force, Lorentz force, charge direction in electric field, motion of charge in magnetic field, and the charge direction when they are combined, electric field and the magnetic field together. A magnet attracts small piece of iron, cobalt, nickel, etc. The space around a magnet within which its influence can be experienced is called a magnetic field. All the area where its effect can be felt. This is due to the force between electric charge in motion. So we get the two stages as a moving charge, that is current, creates a magnetic field in the space surrounding it. So the current produces a magnetic field around itself. The magnetic field exerts a force on a moving charge or a current in the field. Magnetic field is a vector quantity. The electric charge moving in a magnetic field experiences a force. The force is proportional to the component of velocity in the perpendicular direction of the magnetic field. Now let us look at this picture. Here current is flowing that will produce a magnetic field. Due to this magnetic field, the magnetic needle will move. The magnetic field is formed in space and its characteristic is to apply force. If force is applied by electric field, two things will happen. Velocity will increase and there will be acceleration by electric field. And what will happen with the magnetic field? The direction will change. We will see that. In case we throw a charge in the magnetic field, the magnetic field applies force and changes its direction. The force is applied at 90 degree. Okay. Here we get force is directly proportional to charge, also directly proportional to velocity and magnetic field. So how much force will be applied? Force will be directly proportional to QVB. So we can say if charge 1 coulomb, velocity is say 1 meter per second and the magnetic field is 1 B, then force applied is 1 Tesla. So the units for magnetic field is 1 B, okay, and the force will become 1 Tesla at that time. Magnetic field does not apply on static charge. If the charge is not moving, why? Because the formula is F is equal to QVB. So V, if it's 0, then magnetic field does not apply on the static charge. We need speed and the force formula we required is F is equal to QVB. Here F is force, Q is the charge, V is the velocity and B is the magnetic field. If we further divide mathematically numerator and denominator by T, numerator and denominator both by T, then Q by T can be written as I. So the new formula will become F is equal to ILB. What is V into T? It's a distance. Velocity into time is distance, so we're representing by L. Q by T is I and B, as it is, it comes down. So we have two formulas for force in terms of current. We will be using F is equal to ILB, and in case in terms of charge we will say force is equal to QVB. Left hand rule first. When a current carrying conductor is placed under a magnetic field, a force acts on the conductor. The direction of this force can be identified using Fleming's left hand rule. Hold out your left hand with the four fingers and second finger and thumb perpendicular to each other. What it means? Hold your left hand and put it like this. Okay, so this is perpendicular to each other. This, this, and this. Okay, now if the forefinger represents the direction of the field and the second finger represents that of the current, so one finger is representing the magnetic field, one finger is representing the current, then your thumb will be representing the force, direction of the force. So look at this figure. If this figure is, you have to take out your left hand, remember always, okay? So if you are here, so this is perpendicular, this is magnetic field line. You have to place the current like this, so force direction will be in this direction, okay? Now we take out the right hand rule. Right hand rule, I'll show you a small animation also, but just since the text is written here. So right hand rule simply shows how a current carrying wire generates a magnetic field. So if you put your thumb in the direction of the current, so if the current says in this direction, so if you put your thumb in that direction and let your fingers assumed, let your fingers be curved around. So like if this is the current, so you just put your fingers all the way around like that. So it becomes the direction of the magnetic field. So let's have a look here at in the animation. This is the direction in which the current is flowing, this blue one. So this is the direction of the current. Here, this will become the magnetic field direction. So what we have done, we have curled our fingers like this. Okay, once we curl it down, that is how, let me show you. This is the thumb, so this is how you have to curl it down. Okay, so this becomes a direction of the current and the direction of the magnetic field. Here also, if this is the current, tilde, this will be the direction of the magnetic field. I hope this is clear to you. So by the right hand, we can derive this direction of the magnetic field for a wire. If from the left hand, this will be the direction of the force. Okay. Now comparing force due to electric field and magnetic field. The two forces for the electric field and the magnetic field. Now force due to electric field changes the speed of the charge. So electric field changes the speed and magnetic field cannot change the speed. So what can magnetic field change? Magnetic field changes the direction and electric field cannot change the direction. The formula for force is equal to QVB. And here the formula is force is equal to QE. So force depends on speed. Force does not depend on speed. Now comes Lorentz force. The total force experienced by a charged particle moving in a region where both electric and magnetic field are present. Force on a charged particle due to electric field, that is F is equal to QE. We know this is the force by electric field. And this is force by magnetic field, that is F is equal to QVB. We have already derived these formulas. So as per the Lorentz, the total force will become force is equal to QE plus QVB. And it can be written as taking Q as common outside, F is equal to Q bracket E plus VB. Okay, thank you. Charge direction in electric field. Motion of a charged particle in a uniform electric field. So in case a charge is stationary, then the force will be, we know the formula, force will be Q into E, that is charge into electric field. If a charge has an initial velocity, say U, That too in opposite direction of the electric field. If this is the electric field, it's in the opposite direction. How? Look at this example here. This is the electric field in this direction. Presently, the charge is moving opposite in this direction. So what will happen? Initially it will move in minus u direction this side and will start moving in the direction of the electric field eventually. Okay. Now in the second, if a charge is projected in an electric field, it will take a shape of a parabola. How? If a charge, this is the electric field, we throw a charge from here. So it will take a shape of a parabola. This shape is called a parabola. Okay, this shape like this. And eventually from here, if the electric field is over here, then it will be parallel like this. Okay. In case the charge that has thrown in an electric field and the electric field has finished after a certain point, suppose the electric field gets finished here, then what will happen? The charge will no longer be parallel. Then it will move tangent to the last point. Okay. Here, in case electric field is going on, then this will be the shape of a parabola. Okay. Here it will be tangent. Alright. Electric and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. Okay, if a beam of charged particle or electron possessing a velocity v at an angle theta, we get two components, v sine theta and v cos theta. V sine theta causes the rotation movement. This will cause the rotation. And v cos theta will keep moving the particle in a straight direction. The trajectory of the particle will become a helix shape. It will be helix shape. It will be like this. It will be like a helix. In the picture on the right, we can see how the particle enters and exits a magnetic field here. Let us study in details the direction of charge. Before we start, let's look at the legend at the bottom to understand the terms. Please look at the legends here. Now E represents electric field. B represents magnetic field. V is the velocity of the particle. Double arrow represents parallel. This reverse T represents perpendicular. This is like an angle symbol. So angle represents the angle at which the particle is thrown in the field. Now slash equal to 0 means, like if it's written like this, slash equal to like this equals to 0. What does it mean? It means it does not have, slash equal to 0 means not equal to 0. Does have a value. It's not equal to 0. It does have a value. Now shape, this terminology shape here, shape in top legend here that you can see represents the shape of the trajectory that the particle will travel due to the three components, which is the electric field, the magnetic field and the velocity of the particle. So let us look, take at the first case here. We are considering the first case here. It says as E slash equals to not equal, that means equals to 0. So it means E not equal to 0. So there is a electric field. Magnetic field equals to 0 and the velocity of the charged particle is also equals to 0. So it means if we look here, this is the electric field. It's not equal to 0. So there is electric field. There is no magnetic field in this. So B is not shown in this particular area. V, velocity of a charged particle is 0. So particle is stationed here. Now the trajectory formed will be a straight line. The shape will be a straight line. So you can read this straight line. So let us look at the graph again. Maroon line, this one is representing the electric field direction. The charge is stationary and the trajectory form is a shape of a straight line. Okay. So now let's look at the case 2. electric field is not equal to 0. It means electric field has some value. Magnetic field is 0. Charge particle is parallel to electric field. So if you see these two double lines, what does it mean? The particle has some velocity and it is parallel to the electric field. So here it will be parallel to the electric field. This is the direction of the electric field. The charge particle is moving parallel. So therefore the resultant trajectory is a straight line. So what is the shape? The straight line. So it will move like this. Now let's look at case 3, which is this case here. In this, E is not equal to 0. E is not equal to 0. That means E has certain value. Magnetic field equals to 0. That means there is no magnetic field showing in this graph for you. V is perpendicular to E. This opposite T is called a perpendicular. So V, velocity, is perpendicular to E. Here you can see this is electric field. This is perpendicular. So it's making an angle 90 degree between the velocity and the electric field. So the resultant trajectory will be a parabola. So look at this shape. This is the shape of a parabola. Now comes case 4. E is not equal to 0. D is not equal to 0. Magnetic field is 0. So there is no B element here, no magnetic field here. And the charge particle angle is not 90 degree but less than 90 degree. So here you can see V is less than 90 degree. So here V is not here. It is actually less than 90 degree. So you can see a smaller parabola. So you will observe a little lower in the graph. Let's look at the other one, other set. Okay, here the electric field is 0. E is equal to 0. The magnetic field is not equal to 0. Means it does has a magnetic field and it has some value. So B is not equal to 0. V is equal to 0. So velocity here means that the charge particle is stationary. Under this circumstances, what will happen? So in case 1, the velocity of the charge particle is 0. Then the particle will remain stationary as velocity is required component for magnetic field to effect. So we know the formula here. V force is equal to QVB. What is V? V is the velocity. If velocity is 0, force is 0. Therefore, shape is also stationary. In case 2, the charge has a certain velocity. Okay, the charge has a certain velocity and is parallel to B. This is B, which is velocity is parallel to B. You can see these two parallel lines, that is indicating that velocity is parallel to B. In such a case, the shape of a trajectory will be a straight line. Here, electric field is not there. E is 0. So this will be the shape. Third case, the particle is thrown in perpendicular direction. Then the final shape of the trajectory due to the magnetic field present will be a circle like this. Okay. So what it's saying is, this is the magnetic field. There is no electric field. This is where the particle is thrown in the 90 degree angle. So because of the magnetic field, it will rotate and make a shape of a circle. Now comes the fourth case. In fourth case, again the electric field is 0. Magnetic field is not equal to 0. So that means it does have some value, and the velocity thrown, the particle thrown with the velocity is less than 90 degree. Then due to the magnetic field, the shape will be a helix. It will be a shape of a helix. This is the angle at which it is thrown, which is less than 90 degree. This angle is less than 90 degrees. So the shape will be an helix. Okay. In this slide, we have both electric field and magnetic field. They both are not 0. They both have certain value represented with the lines in maroon and green color. So if you see, this is the electric field in maroon color, magnetic field is being shown to you in green color. In case 1, here both the electric field and magnetic field are in the same direction and parallel to each other. In fact, for the complete slide, they both are going to be parallel to each other. Electric field and magnetic field are parallel to each other. In case 1, the charge is stationary. There is no velocity. V is not moving. As both the fields are present, due to electric field, the charge trajectory will be a straight line. Here, due to magnetic field, of course, because it's stationary, velocity will be 0. So there will be no effect from the magnetic field in the starting. But because of the electric field, it's going to move in the straight line direction. So E and B, how do we write? E and B are both parallel. V is equal to 0. B is not equal to 0. E is not equal to 0. The shape will be a straight line. Coming to case 2, the charge is moving parallel to the electric field and magnetic field with a certain value. Then the final charge trajectory will be a straight line. So how do we write? V is parallel to B and E. Electric field and magnetic field are also parallel. So here we have magnetic field, electric field and velocity are all parallel, and the shape final will be like a straight line. In case 3, the charge is thrown to both the magnetic and electric field. So here both the fields are present, electric field and magnetic field. Here the charge will make a circle from the edge, then form a helix. So first it's going to, because velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field and electric field, so first it is going to make a circle here, and after that from the circle from the edge, and then it will make a helix shape. Okay. The charge particle is not thrown at a 90 degree in case 4. Okay, which is it's thrown at a lesser angle, say at 90 degree. Not thrown in the straight like this. It's not parallel to B and E, or sorry, not perpendicular to B and E. It is actually less than 90 degree. So what happens? It will be forming a shape of a helix. Charge direction, this is the set 4 in which the electric field and magnetic field are making a 90 degree. This is the electric field, this is the magnetic field. So they both have certain values. So E is not equal to 0 and B is not equal to 0. And also in this complete slide, suppose they are perpendicular to each other. This is electric field, this is magnetic field. And in case 1, if we place a charge particle here, the final trajectory will form it's called a cycloid. Okay, the shape is called as a cycloid. So this is how it is going to move. So velocity here was 0 or initially of the particle. We have just placed it here. Because of the electric and magnetic field, it's going to form a shape of a cycloid. Here in case 2, again electric and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. This is the electric field and the magnetic field. The charge particle moves with a value which is equal to, say, B by E. There's a value given to us that the velocity of the particle moving will be B by E. Then the trajectory final shape here will be a straight line. Okay. In case 3, electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. See, E is perpendicular to B, that is E is perpendicular to B. The charge particle with a value, but the value is not equal to B and E, B by E. So velocity is not equal to B by E. Then the trajectory shape will be a straight shape like this. Okay, a smaller cycloid we can say. Okay, this will be the shape. Now in case 4, we have, say, electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular. So here this is the electric field, this is the magnetic field, they both are perpendicular. Charge here moves in backward direction. Then what happens? If the charge was not in this direction, charge has been thrown in the backward direction, then this shape will be called as prolate. So then a prolate will be formed. What is the shape? It will be a prolate. It goes back and then follows the shape like this. So this is called a prolate shape. So first it's backward, it comes forward. From on x-axis, the helix goes downwards and return back. And in other words, we can say ellipse is rotated around about its major axis. See, it's going down, major axis, it's being rotated. Okay. Here, in this slide, we have got electric and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other again. So this is electric field and this is magnetic field. They are perpendicular to each other. In case 1, charge is parallel to magnetic field. So this charge is actually in this direction of the magnetic field. It's parallel to the magnetic field. Then a cycloid is formed. This cycloid is formed, but it is not in the plane of x and y plane. It is in the third 3D form. See, it's in the middle of x and y. It's in the middle here. It's not forming on the xy plane. It's in the middle here. So this is formed. A cycloid is formed and is not in plane but in center as shown here. Okay. Now the second situation is electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other, but the charge is parallel to, how is the charge shown? Parallel to the electric field. Then the trajectory will be a prolate. In prolate, the ellipse is rotated around, this is rotated around its major axis. See, this axis is being covered in this. And then okay, so we have got electric field is not zero, magnetic field is not zero, velocity is not zero. Electric and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. Velocity is parallel to, here actually we are taking it as velocity is parallel to the electric field. So if it's parallel to the electric field, the shape is a prolate. Thank you.